What a day it is. Super Saturday. I was very reluctant to call it a Super Saturday at the start. Usually we say it at the start after what had happened, especially with Virat. So we also came in with a lot of nervousness, biting our nails. But really happy to report that it is a knock that he so deserves. 74 not out for Virat Kohli. And of course couldn't be happier for someone like a Rohit Sharma as well. 121 big ones because he also remained not out till the end. So the two players that were under the spotlight, two players that were being scrutinized, two players on whom the opinions were divided, have both stepped up and finished the series on a high. Yes, India may have lost the series, but what they have ensured is that their flawless record of never being whitewashed by Australia in an ODI series remains intact. Plenty to talk about. Joining me is Siddharth. Of course, we'll have Shane also joining us in a short while from now. What did you make of the two knocks today?
I mean, super Saturday indeed. I mean, if you had woken up today and said, "Yaar, hope Virat or Rohit get a century. Hope someone comes back to form. Hope India wins."
Though Rohit had already shown you that he'll be
yes,
back
but 73 and 121, he's now the leading run getter in the whole series. Virat needed a 74 after two ducks. Big relief for a lot of people. India will sleep better today because both of their heroes, Rohit, total control. Started off with boundaries against Stark. I mean, the flick that he had to an in-swinging delivery, that itself showed you the zone that he was in. Virat slightly scratchy, but a chase, you know how it was. Settle down.
But I'll tell you, because you talk about Virat being scratchy, I think, see, this is what happens. This is what happens when you're not playing regular cricket, when you are, bit rusty. See, now look at Rohit. Started the first game, okay-ish. Second game, slightly better. By the time he plays the third game, he is flawless. So how is it that a Virat Kohli could escape that? A Virat Kohli also needed to do something like that. So if you see, Virat Kohli also really scratchy first inning. Second innings also. And then once he gets into the groove, it takes time. And I think it gets you that confidence. Today you saw the fact that he celebrated that single itself did tell you that it meant a lot to him, just celebrating that particular single. So I think it was weighing heavy on him. And so that is why you couldn't have expected a complete flawless innings for him. There would have been a minor, flaws that you would have noticed, not the fluent best. But then as he gradually got into his knock, then towards the end he was flicking those trademark flicks exactly where he wants to place it was going. And if he now continues to play cricket, like that's why we all keep talking about why you need to continue playing international cricket. If he continues to playing, then that rustiness won't be there. So I think what these two have proven today is that old adage, as cliche as it sounds.
Form is temporary, class is permanent.
Exactly my point. I'll tell you honestly, I in fact blocked a lot of people on Twitter this time because before this series started, I had said that, why are people even questioning Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma's position in the team? Eyes closed, they are the two best ODI batters, not in India, but across the globe. So why this scrutiny? Why this? And when they failed, especially that first ODI, I got so much abuse. A lot of people abusing that, what happened to this? Don't keep doing PR or licking and this, that. See, they've been exposed. Cricket is not their pops game. So many things, see, they've been. My point was exactly that every inning now you're going to scrutinize them. By the time this series has gotten over, by the way, we're all being treated to
Double delight,
which of course our viewers will also get to see a little later. But by the time the series has gotten over, they've kind of shown you, they have shown you, as I said, that same adage. So I don't think I could have been any happier, not just personally because I feel vindicated, but because of Indian cricket. I think we are too quick to write our legends off. I don't know why we always get after them that they need to leave. Yes, if their form has dipped, if you think they're aging, their fitness has dipped, then I agree. that time to move on, bring the and in Test cricket and in T20, if you remember, we kind of spoke about that. It's time to move on. That was a valid thing. But in ODI cricket, I don't think they are behind the curve, or there's anyone who's really pushing them out. If it's not the case, let them play and let us enjoy the last few months or years that we can be treated to some fine batting by these two fine batters. Why not? Why do you want to deprive yourself of that?
Yeah, I mean, see, this was the ideal way to sign off and silence all the detractors. Today, 3 people have silenced their detractors. Harshit Rana with the ball, Virat and Rohit. When the spotlight has been so intense, they have come out with their best today. Okay? Yes, everybody, if you want to have the cynics who are multiplying in numbers, they will say, series over, no pressure. But a knock is a knock, irrespective of situation.
No, I'll reverse that question. Okay, for those who would have said that series over, no pressure, I'll reverse the situation. If both failed today,
Then
would you have cut them any slack?
None whatsoever.
Would you have even said, no, let's be nice to them, this is not an
No.
Same thing. So if you would have been judging, and all of us would have been judging them on a failure, then we need to appreciate them for the success.
Absolutely. So today, as I said, was the perfect day. I think you woke up on the right side of the bed. You wanted 3 wishes, and Allah Din Ka Chirag granted you 3 wishes.
Harshit also you had a wish for.
Yeah, I mean, he's getting unnecessary hate.
No, that I agree with. I'm not denying. I'm just saying you woke up wishing that...
He's a bonus wish.
Like, I can agree that you woke up and half the India would have woken up saying, let Rohit and
Rohit
Virat
definitely.
get runs.
Virat
Harshit
definitely.
Rana, you are the first one.
No, I think he'll be
Maybe
the second.
Shane.
He'll be second. I'm first.
Yeah.
Two of you, the only...
Rohit, Virat.
I mean, I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It would have been 1,000, 10,000, 50,000 people
But
more.
Harshit
But
was
a
the
minority.
bonus wish that we got.
Uh-huh.
Because see, the thing is
2
now...
plus 1, something.
2 plus 1.
Buy 2, get 1.
No, buy 3 get 1. We wanted India win. Definitely that was there. These knocks would be meaningless if you lose. For example, right here in Australia, Canberra, Shikhar Dhawan hit a brilliant 126. Virat also hit 100, but you lost that when you were chasing 320 plus 6 years ago. So, not 6 years ago, 9 years ago. So that's why. Today is the perfect way to just say, what are you guys talking about here? What doubts?
Final match you perform. What happened?
I know. I performed in the final game.
That question is asked.
It might have.
Final
been.
match you perform. What
Exactly.
happened? Let Shane answer. Yes. What happened?
I mean, what the one thing we were hoping for. I did say in the mid innings, I said that look, this is perfect situation for Virat to come and do what he does best, control a chase. Of course, he was helped a lot by the fact that Rohit was in sublime form. And let's not beat around the bush. This is the best batting conditions you've gotten. Low total, good batting conditions, no pressure whatsoever. Take the opportunity. If people say that, it's only in this match, then so be it. That's not something you can control because quite frankly, as Nikhil rightly pointed out, if they hadn't gotten runs, the brickbats wouldn't have stopped. So that means that for a certain section, the brickbats will be there anyway. But they did exactly what was needed from them. They got their runs, they got their team over the line. And I think that is something that we all wanted very badly, because now it means that for the next 3 weeks, there's none of that major speculation.
Can I extend it even further? Not just 3 weeks. I think 3 months.
No, I think 3 months you're going a little far.
November, no, I mean, by this, I mean, you may have a similar situation versus South Africa, but at home, are they going to struggle that much? And you'll get those kind of conditions? I don't think so.
You're right. Possibly
Plus, New Zealand also going to play at home, where the pitches will be to their liking in that sense, for stroke play
there'll
and
be
all.
placid pitches in the sense that you're not going to be getting any zip or juice for the bowlers. You'll most likely get true surfaces at home. Don't forget, it's not summers anymore, so it's going to be cool as well.
Exactly.
So you're not really going to have much issues with the pitch breaking up or anything of the sort.
With this knock, forget 3 weeks. Lay all your doubts to rest until January end. Then take a call. Because you've finished 1/3 of the goal that you had set. Virat, for Virat, I'll say 2 he failed, 1 he prospered. For Rohit, he's succeeded in 2, failed in 1.
No, but my point is, again, why is it that we're looking at every knock? I'm just saying, why can't we just let them be? Are we, again, I repeat, are we seeing every knock of Shubman Gill? 3 matches he's not performed. So I will take a call about him at the end of Jan. Why are you not saying that?
Gill
about
is an all-format player.
But then, so what? You have to judge each format separately, na?
Yeah.
So all format, let's say he scores runs in tests or whatever, he continues, no denying that.
Yeah.
My point is, in ODI also you're going to be judging, na? In ODI cricket, if you have somebody who's playing all format in ODI cricket, let's say Prasidh Krishna didn't have a good time, you know, he may move out of the ODI scheme of things, but he'll still play your test match cricket. So why is it that you're not saying that we'll judge them? My whole issue is with that. Why are you not saying we'll judge KL Rahul? Didn't get a chance to bat, couple of chances got. It's not a series for him to remember either. I'm not saying that he had a bad series, but are we saying that I'll judge whether he should be the wicket keeper, or should Rishabh Pant be the wicket keeper, or should Dhruv Jurel be the wicket keeper, and then we will decide? We're not saying that.
That can happen in white ball cricket for him.
No, but nobody is saying that. I'm saying may happen is a different thing. Are you raising a point about what will happen with? So that way, so everyone is on.
Under Gambhir's
Notice.
leadership, haven't we seen that? Under his stewardship, everybody's on notice.
Is it?
No,
No,
that's not
they've
true.
been
In fact,
long ropes
the
given.
criticism is that he's giving too much of a long rope to some people.
But it works both ways. I think, see, some
People are
people.
keeping that too much of a long rope to Sky, too much of a long rope to Harshit Rana, too much of a long rope to Shubman in T20s. Lot of things are being said here. How? Where is it?
Which is kind of harsh, because Shubman was playing T20s after a gap of 1 year.
No, but I'm saying now, I mean, he said that Yashasvi Jaiswal should have come. He was playing. So, see, again, I'm saying we are being selective and, okay, fine.
It's a very tricky period.
I'll give you this. The only difference in the objection that I raised, that why is it that only for Rohit and Virat we are saying we'll decide in Jan or Feb or whatever? Why is it that every knock we will see that he's got 170, but he's got 170? He's got this. We're not seeing this for anyone. The only difference I'll agree is the age difference, which probably is in Shubman's favor, or to that extent Shreyas Iyer or whoever else you look at it, right? I agree. That's the only difference. But then my point is, age should only come in if you see them as a burden who are slowing down, not physically fit. Then I agree that age becomes different. Is there anything that showed you today in Virat Kohli that age is an issue with him? Is there anything that you're seeing right now which is suggesting? No. If that's not the case, then why are we wanting to judge them after every particular knock or every series? I said this before this series started. I'll say it again. Just let them play and let us scrutinize them. I'm not saying you shouldn't scrutinize them. Let us scrutinize them just as we do with a Shubman Gill, a Shreyas Iyer, a KL Rahul, a Prasidh Krishna, a Kuldeep Yadav. We talk about it. But when we talk about it, what do we talk? Oh, his form is off. Why is he not getting runs? Why is he doing that? Why, right? We are not saying whether they'll play 2027 World Cup or not. We're not saying that for Shreyas Iyer. We're not saying for KL Rahul. We're not saying it for Shubman Gill. We're not. Why are we only going after them? I think we need to scrutinize. We need to scrutinize their form. But once we start thinking of these players without the caveat of a 2027 World Cup, then we are not going to be judging them after every series. We will judge them just as we'll judge a Gill or a Shreyas or a KL. That means after 2 to 3 series failure, then we will start talking whether they deserve a spot or not in the team. And I think that same courtesy should be extended to Rohit and Virat, and we are not doing them a favor by extending that courtesy. They are, after all, the two best ODI batters in the world, even now as I speak. So clearly we need to give them. I don't think you should even look at what happens in
see, we have got a sample size of 9 ODIs until January. That's the only thing that we are looking at, because the other challenge is going to be another prolonged gap after this, because from February till you may play IPL, but IPL, let me be very honest, is not, it will only help you get into game time, but it won't get into ODI rhythm. That's what I'm saying.
No, so if you finish 9 ODIs, just as in the form they are, then what is the point?
If you're in the form that they are in, like what they showed in Sydney, there is no debate.
I don't care if they're playing T20 in terms of IPL or ODI cricket, as long as I think the key for them isn't what format they're playing. I think it's match fitness, match practice, match rhythm. And
can you really doubt Virat Kohli's match fitness? I'm just saying.
Of course not. I'm not doubting the match fitness.
No, I'm saying even do you need to scrutinize or even think about what
not
is
a
match
chance.
fitness?
It's just about getting back into that rhythm.
Even today I was watching him, he looks like one young kid,
Yeah.
Extremely
fit
and looks like a 20-something year old.
Yeah, well,
that's another thing that he himself has admitted, that he's coloured his hair and makes him look that young. But in terms of his physique, the running, the exuberance that he's showing, it looking like a 20.
I mean, we never ever doubted Virat's fitness ever. For fitness wise, Virat has never been under scrutiny ever.
So what is the issue then?
Form.
He finished, where, I'm just saying, the issue for form will come when there was a dip in form. Na? Have you seen his form dip in ODI cricket?
See,
where is it dip?
I mean,
in white ball cricket, in fact, where is his form? He had an outstanding IPL also.
Sure. IPL is another.
So my point is, how did we reach a position where we were thinking whether he can play or not?
He had 2 great knocks in the Champions Trophy. Okay.
Yeah.
He's had 1 good knock here. 2 years. I'm giving you a sample size of 2 years.
2 years, his ODI record, sir, I went and saw. It's flawless.
Exactly.
So then.
But it's
So
not high standards. It's not the high standards.
He's averaging some 67 or something in the last 2 years in ODIs. I saw that.
I'm talking about.
What is the high standard?
I'm talking about all formats. I'm talking about in 2025. 24 to 25.
Yeah. But then all formats he's not playing. He had a dip in form in T20s. He's out. Had a dip in T20. You thought you had better players. You went. He had a dip in format in Test cricket. He's let go of that format himself. He's only playing one format. So we only have to look at that format.
First
He's
series.
never had a dip. I'm saying, how do you reach for any time where we say, okay, this player should not be part of any team? How do we reach that point? After sustained failure? After a player keeps failing, whoever that player is, after sustained failure, we reach a point, now it's enough. Like we reached in the case of Virat Kohli in Test cricket. 5 years. And then we reached a point where this debate started, that should he continue in Test cricket or not? We still were of the opinion that he should be playing England, right? But we reached a point where at least doubts crept in. My point is, I am still baffled that how did we reach a point where we even had this conversation that he should not be part of the ODI setup. My point is that he's never had a dip in form in ODI cricket, sir. Never had a dip. There has been no sustained failure. So how did we reach that? As I said, we didn't reach it for Shubman Gill. We didn't reach it for Shreyas Iyer. We didn't reach it for KL Rahul. Good form, bad form, whatever. But we're not talking whether they should be in the team or not. How is it that we reached for Virat Kohli? Fitness, yes. As I said, if it started aging, fitness issue, then that was also not the case. Runs also he's scoring. I think it was very unfair for the media also to be discussing and writing stories and saying that this will be their last series and this will be this and this will be that. I'm glad that the moment of truth has arrived, and they have not said anything to that effect. They've played, they've finished their interviews, and there has been no suggestion. So clearly all those reports were also planted or put in somebody's head. So if that is what has he said? He said, the game shows you something even at this stage. It's so challenging when things aren't going your way. Situation in the middle gets best out of me. Easy to bat with, Rohit. Glad we finished the match. That's how you become successful. It started in 2013 versus Australia and the ODIs at home. They also know that games are sealed if we batted 20 overs together. We'd love coming to this country, played some of our best. You guys have been brilliant. He says so to the crowd. So basically, it's a goodbye to Australia.
In fact, even Rohit says that we don't know if we'll be coming back to Australia, but then that's fairly evident. They're not coming back. This was it. This was their swan song and a very good way to go out as well. Play a nice match-winning partnership, 120 odd runs.
Because you next come here for an ODI series in 2029.
Yeah, they're not playing then. Not a chance.
Yeah, they're not playing then. So that's the thing. I mean, see, there has never been an issue as far as both of their. I mean, Rohit, slight fitness issues, but I think he's overcome it. He looks fitter.
You think? Have you seen the man? My God, he's got
11 kilos.
Lean, mean, run-scoring machine he's become.
There's a image on social media gone viral. Did you see pictures of them, of Virat from whatever, few years ago in Australia to Virat now, identical. Rohit from a few years ago to now, sea change. He's lost so much weight.
Change.
11 kilos he's lost.
Shane, you could just sit here for some time.
Okay, so that is the way I look at it. Because see, one point when you look at Virat Kohli, see, he's had great runs throughout. In 2023 ODI World Cup, he was the best in the business. Leading run getter, where Rohit was second. 2024, he didn't have a good time. He played only 3 ODIs.
Yeah. That year the focus was mostly T20s.
T20Is.
And then of course once the T20 World Cup was done, he retired. So after that,
then he had 150 against Australia and Pakistan in the Champions Trophy. Plus, I think he hit a 50 even against New Zealand, if I'm not mistaken, in the league game, in the group stage.
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, see, the form's been there. But it's not been, what I meant to say was, it's not been the Virat-esque standards.
Which I think is fine. His standards were set so high that it's become impossible to hold him to those standards. And I think if he's performing even a few smidgens below that, then he is walking into the team, no questions asked. The thing, what I always was looking at these games was not so much from a thing of, if he's had 3 failures, he's out. But you have to look at every single knock for being what it was. And then also saying, okay, it's not been a great start. Now let's see how it is he does against South Africa. If there are failures against South Africa, then you look at it and go, what about New Zealand now? Thereafter, if he was still struggling, then I personally would raise a question saying, listen, there's been 9 games. The lack of match fitness, the lack of match practice in particular, I wouldn't say fitness, the lack of match practice, the lack of regular game time that he was so used to in his pomp, which I again always go back and say is a very underrated facet of why he was playing so well from like 16 to 19 when people quote his otherworldly stats. He was an all-format player. The match rhythm never really left him. It was just a case of adjusting mentally from ODI to T20 or T20 test to ODI, whatever. You were just adjusting. Your match rhythm was never gone. Which is why I'll be okay with him even playing IPL games to stay in that match rhythm, because that's the key. Play some cricket and your body stays attuned to it. It's that fitness level of playing matches, of batting, stays on. Do we doubt that he has it within him? Never. You cannot doubt that. But lack of match rhythm can do funny things to even the best of players. We saw, just compare Kohli in the first 2 ODIs to Kohli of this, and they look like different players. Yeah. There was so much tentativeness in the first 2 games that I was wondering, who are we looking at? But see, cometh the hour, and he does exactly what he does best. And I think, at least one good thing, as I say, is that now for 3-4 weeks, you're not going to be having too many conversations on this. I don't think the conversations are going anywhere until potentially, I'd say even after the IPL.
Yeah, I mean, your next major thing when you look at it is the England series in July. Because there you'll be in solid World Cup preparation mode.
Correct. Because then your IPL will have been done, your T20 World Cup would have been done, and then you're looking forward to a ODI World Cup. It will again be taking place in the beginning of the year.
No, this will happen in the end of the year.
Oh, yeah.
27 is yes. November, October, November, if I'm not mistaken.
November. Yeah, so basically the same time as what 23 was, which means 26 and the majority of 27 is all going to be very heavily ODI. You've
got an Asia Cup that will be in the ODI
format, of course.
So that is the thing. But yeah, there are no question marks now. Why would I argue? I had said, as far as home conditions are concerned, I think Rohit and Virat won't struggle that much in that. So that is why, this was the game which was perfect in more ways than one. Okay. Yeah. But why I said scratchy is, look at it. Towards the fag end, when you needed about less than 10 runs, at that time Virat nailed the flick. Remember, there was one heart in the mouth moment when he tried, the ball kept a bit low, he tried a pull, it hit him on the pad, it was umpire's call. Nathan Ellis. Yeah. So, and also the way how he finished it, one upper glided 4, would have done it. But as far as Rohit Sharma is concerned, he will end the series as if he never left. Look at it, 202 runs, if I'm not mistaken. Player of the series. Well, awesome. 202 runs with 150 and 1 century, and looked good in Adelaide. Unlucky to have not gotten that 100 he deserved. So yes, 202 runs at an average of 101 with 21 fours, 5 sixes, 150, 100. Rohit, it seems as if that guy never left. Look at the way how he started.
And I think what's helped Rohit a lot, and this is just purely speculative at this point, but I do think that the renewed increase focus on his fitness has really eased him up a lot, because I don't think now there's that worry. I think if Rohit was in similar shape that he had been prior and he'd taken a 7-month layoff, he would have also found the going tough. Because again, Rohit is very much a touch kind of a player, someone whose game entirely revolves around his timing, hand-eye coordination. There's a reason no one can play the pull shot like he can. He just knows where it's coming every single time. Whack. That increased focus on his fitness, I think, has really put his mind at ease, significantly so, because now the worry isn't there of what is my fitness levels or anything of the sort. Now it's simple. You're going there, you're fully fit. All you have to focus on is the game. And that, obviously, see, the first match, I'm going to give him a lot of discount because that was a ball that would have claimed any batter in the world across eras. There was no one who would have been able to survive a ball like that. It was just there asking to be prodded at, and then it shoots.
Yes.
That's not an easy ball to navigate at all. But come the second and third match, it didn't feel like he left. In fact, you were left asking yourself, what break is this man been on? Because it's come and he's picked up as if, picked up right where he left off. I was beautiful to watch. Continued today. Today, of course, he got that century, which he so deserved in the last game. Because last game, I would say, was even more gritty of a knock. He really had to oversee or rather get through what was a very fiery spell from Josh Hazlewood. 2 maiden overs he played out early on. Did not look comfortable. I think Hazlewood, that in a particular spell can go down as one of the greatest wicketless spells in history. Because he was troubling the batter so badly and still ended up with 0 wickets. It's just the luck of the draw. Rohit outdid that. He stayed past that, then started playing his shots, went for an aggressive shot and got out. I can understand it. He was on 70 odd. He was going to go for the shots. He wanted to get there quickly. Fair enough. But what it told me was that there's no real problem with his performance. The eye test, as we always say, was passed with flying colours, and today he got the 100 he deserved. I don't think there should be any chatter whatsoever.
I mean, but this series has been very unlike a Rohit Sharma.
Yeah.
You look at it, he sets an aggressive template, bats at well over 100 strike rate. By the end of 15-16 overs, you'd be some 100 for no loss, or maybe 110 for 1 or something of that kind. This series didn't allow him to do that for 2 reasons. One, the conditions, and here he got the best batting conditions that could be.
With a low total to chase, I may add. I think if you were chasing instead of 230, if you were chasing 280, 290, I think you'd have seen Rohit play closer to his natural. Okay?
Yes.
He might have gone for the quick start to put any to keep India ahead of the asking rate, to ensure that the scoreboard pressure doesn't become much. And then from there, we know how it is. If Rohit can get a quick start, then Virat will take you home. Today, he didn't need to go for a quick start because, again, the conditions were so good and the total was very low. Contrast that with the first 2 games where you had very spicy bowling conditions, where he had to consolidate. The first match, unfortunate to get a Jaffa. The second match, rode his luck a little bit. And, once the conditions eased out, made the most of it to the best he could. But I think it's good. I think it shows also that there's an adaptability, and it's not just a case of, I'm going to be gung-ho, which was something, by the way, we criticized him for in the final. Yeah. 2023 final, we said that he'd already gotten those boundaries. He needn't have gone for that other shot, which led to Travis Head taking that absolute blinder. Today, though, and in the last match, he showed that, okay, if the conditions don't allow me to play that game, I'm more than happy to curb and play the long game. There's nothing wrong with 121 of 125 with a strike rate of 96.8.
As long as it wins you the game.
Yeah, it's won you the game. You don't care. Yeah. I'd say in ODI cricket, even now, I know people are used to, we are so spoiled by T20 cricket with the 140, 150 strike rates, which even we sometimes will say, oh, this pitch was slow. We forget that attritional ODI cricket, anything in the strike rate, if it's in the 90s, is very good.
It is.
It's very, very good.
I think, this is a double template that Rohit Sharma is kind of adopting. One, if he gets spicy wickets, maybe he'll revert back to attritional cricket. And when he gets his chance, he'll go for it. If it's absolutely flat, placid, he'll just go gung-ho from ball 1. This is the strategy he'll adopt in India. Gung-ho from ball 1. Maybe in slightly trickier conditions in South Africa, he might have this Australia approach as well. So that is one facet in which he is really going about it in this way. And this series was a glimpse. Because now the next major challenge that you're going to get, I think, could be New Zealand. Not at home, when they go away. Okay? Maybe. Because England is belters. Now you get belters. In white ball cricket now, you get totals next to 350, 400 every single time. New Zealand, it is slightly trickier because of the ground dimensions. It's like the smallest grounds, plus the wicket has a bit more zip and bounce. So that's why I think October of 2026 will be the next challenge for Rohit Sharma and his guys. Because that's when you're going to see some kind of maybe equal contest between bat and ball. Here, spicy conditions, Rohit showed that yes, he could adapt in Adelaide. Here, best batting conditions, and he loves Sydney, by the way. His ODI record in Sydney is fabulous. So, he knows the conditions. 121, the proof is right there. 13 fours, 3 sixes, a total, when you look at it, of 70 runs in boundaries and sixes alone. And 51 runs in singles. It's fair mix. Aggression plus fitness. There is the Rohit Sharma Jodi in that. So that's why great performance. So with 2 wishes which we all wanted, Rohit back in form, Kohli back in form, and also a good all-round show by India, both in the field and in the bowling. And in particular, we hope it's good with Shreyas Iyer, because
We know he's under monitoring right now after what had happened. That fall was a very unfortunate one, not a very comfortable one for him at all, because it was straight on the hip.
yeah, and it's a rib injury that he's apparently sustained, Shreyas Iyer. So which is why I think getting a player getting injured now is the most inopportune time, because there are so many people waiting to gobble up those places. For Shreyas Iyer, if he's injured and he misses the South Africa series, because he's not going to play red ball, he's clearly shown us that he can't play red ball. Oh boy, then what do you do then? So Shreyas again faces some time in the sidelines. We hope it's not a big injury, but if it's a cracked rib or something, expect him to be out for at least 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it does take time to heal, and that's why it's going to be a very problematic situation for Shreyas. But overall, if you look at this tour, kya khoya, kya paya, in that sense, the broader picture doesn't change. You lost the ODI series. But if you look at it, teams that batted first lost all 3 games. India lost in the first 2. They got the worst of the conditions and the weather. Here, Australia, I don't know, maybe they were just trying out some things. When you look at it, technically, you should have batted second.
Or even if you wanted to bat first, no problem. But I thought there were too many Aussie batters who got starts but then didn't convert them into big scores.
Yeah.
See, some of it was down to some good bowling also. Let's take nothing away from the bowlers. Akshar and Washington were excellent on the day. Harshit, we know, was the pick of the bowlers with 4 wickets. So there was some good bowling on display as well. But I think if a couple of Aussie batters had made good use of those starts, instead of 237, you could have been defending close to 300. And then it suddenly becomes a very different ball game. Then it becomes a very different ball game, because then you're not cantering to it the way you did here. Sure, you may still chase it down, because the conditions really didn't change much at all. I think this was, in that sense, the most consistent pitch you've gotten of the 3, because Perth was spicy to begin with, but afterwards, I don't think there was that much of a threat. So you might have thought that the constant rain breaks would have brought something to the pitch. It didn't really. And Adelaide, only the first hour or so was spicy. After that, it was a nice pitch. It was a very nice pitch. Unfortunate that you ended up getting the worst of the conditions on both occasions. This time around, though, yeah, I think in hindsight, you can say that maybe they should have chased. But with the series sealed, I think they would have also said, okay, let's give it a whirl at batting first. It's not a big deal. Let's just go for it. Because even if we lose the game, what's the harm? I think that's also partly why they didn't really end up exploiting what were actually very good batting conditions. Sure, see, the openers got good starts, but after that, see, Short got a start, didn't make a big score. Renshaw could have made a big score. Carey had a start. Cooper Connolly had a start. Everyone really had a start. It's just that really no one except for Renshaw managed a half century, which tells you everything you need to know. Everyone was looking to kind of play a little gung-ho, maybe say, okay, we have really nothing to lose, so hell with it. Let's just give it a shot. And they lost. I don't think they care that much. I don't even think in today's day and age, bilateral series results matter as much. If every year there being an ICC tournament, we are using bilaterals now more as tune-ups.
Yes. It is just to see that, okay, are you in form? Have we got the match fitness? Have we got the match rhythm? But we don't read too much into bilaterals for one simple reason. We read too much into bilaterals in 2023. See what happened in the World Cup. We didn't win the World Cup.
Yeah. But it's not just 2023, so that go back in time. Even during India's barren run of ICC tournaments, we were bilateral giants.
Yeah. Like South Africa, where prior to that decade.
Teams couldn't touch India in bilateral cricket. Whether it be home or away, we were always challenging. The problem came when ICC tournaments. Now, of course, that's something that has been course corrected. But beyond that, I don't think it's really been much of an issue. I don't think you need to worry that much about the bilateral results.
Bilateral results. So, in a way, see, this is, you've lost the series, but you've ended your series on a high in Sydney in that sense. So, lots and lots of positives today on Saturday, but leading with Rocco in that sense. So, that's the way it goes. But again, it was a series of fine margins. I mean, had you managed to hold on to your catches, maybe you could have won in Adelaide. Maybe you could have ensured that Australia would not have won by 2 wickets. Maybe you could have won by 2 runs. This was a flawless performance. Today, India showed up. Unfortunately, 4 days too late.
The only one thing that I'll definitely mention, and again, taking no credit away from Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli, but I think for the first time in this series, you also were served up conditions that are more conducive to your kind of batting. Let's be honest. I think had this match also been played in Brisbane or Melbourne, maybe on a difficult day, it could have been. Perth you've already played, so I didn't mention, but Melbourne it could have been slightly tricky. Now again, don't get me wrong, these two players have scored in all these grounds that I've mentioned as well, right? So it's not that they can't. I'm just saying certain things also needed to fall in place. I think the fact that India has won, two other factors. One, I think the Sydney pitch is far more conducive to their style of play. Secondly, this was that one game where you were chasing, and you now know that chasing is the way to go. Both those games you had to bat first. That's another thing. And the third and the most important bit, we tend to see this, that touring teams take time. Indian teams specifically takes time when you're traveling abroad, and then you've played a few games. After that, you get into the groove, the bounce, you adjust to the situation, all of that, and then you get into the proper performance or the level of performance that you can give. Which is why I say that it would not hurt any team, and the Indian team included, that if you come and play a couple of practice games. So any deficiency or any surprise element that you need to encounter or get better at, you can do that in those practice games. Now imagine if a Rohit and a Virat specifically, and I'm not even saying the entire team has to do it, because I understand the international cricket calendar is packed. You saw how they finished a series here and had to be sent. But let's say for players that weren't part of that test team, especially players like Virat and Rohit, who are not playing international cricket, no harm. You go there. Why can't BCCI even organize? You don't have to play for your team. I'm sure there'll be a couple of club matches happening in Australia. You can always put their names in for those club games. You play a couple of games in those conditions. You play 2-3 games. By the time the first ODI comes along, you're in this sort of form that you are here now, and you start the series like that. It just gives you a better chance to perform. No matter, I agree that net practice is good. It keeps you in shape. They've been both doing net practices in Bombay and London respectively. It's fine. I just think that Australia brings with it very different challenges. Play a few games. I think that will help. Now, from here on, it may not be needed, because now you'll have back-to-back series, so you're in the rhythm, you're in the flow. So from here on, it's fine. But especially when you're coming back after 5 months, no harm. And I think Rohit and Virat should push for it. If BCCI is not organizing, you've seen it in the past. What would stop the two of them? They know the entire cricketing fraternity. You saw David Warner and Virat, Rohit all chatting. If I really want to iron out and I want to put my best foot forward, I'll just pick up the phone, call David Warner. Your club, he'll know 100 clubs. Is there some club games happening? He'll say, yeah, mate, there's happening. So just fix me 1 or 2 games I'll play. He'll organize, land there, week in advance, play those few games, join the team by the time they arrive in Perth or wherever. Go play the series. It'll be very different.
It reminds me a bit of even the, dare I say, West Indies series, test series at home. You saw how hopeless and at sea the Windies players looked in the first test. Yeah. Come the second test with some match practice under their belt, they actually managed to drag the test to the 5th day. Sure, they may have lost the test anyway, but it at least made for much better viewing. And nowadays, that's the problem. You just don't have the time or the bandwidth for a lot of these teams. Unfortunately, you don't do much in practice games. You don't have the time. I mean, I really do pity even the Indian team. They've finished the test match and boom, just like that, okay, right? Jet off to Australia.
Virat and Rohit could have played the A series.
Of course.
Why didn't they play? If you were really thinking that, okay, if I wanted some game time, I would have played that A series against Australia. Although, yes, different conditions. Kanpur won't replicate what happened in Perth and Adelaide. But at least you were in game time. Virat wouldn't have fallen for 2 zeros, probably, had he played that A game. But you didn't play the A game. See, at the broad end of the day, Virat, Rohit did very well. But Virat will end the series with an average of 37. Rohit will end with an average of 101. But it doesn't change the fact that you lost the series. With fine margins, that's what I was saying. So yes, they should have played the A game.
If you had sent somebody else for toss, they would have won the toss. You were chasing in those tough conditions, who knows?
I know. I mean, I really...
It was always that bad 1 hour, right? especially in Adelaide. Adelaide, after that bad 1 hour, the conditions flattened out to such an extent that Rohit looked like two different batters once he was done negotiating Hazelwood versus when he was taking on the likes of Bartlett.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I still maintain that had you played another wicket-taking bowler in Kuldeep in Adelaide, who knows, you would have had a chance. Today, Kuldeep may have just one wicket to show, but you must realize that pressure that was created in the middle overs by your spinners is one of the reasons why they started off well once again. Marsh and Head gave you that start to begin with. There was 60 odd for no loss, if I'm not mistaken. And then the middle over pressure that came in is primarily because look at Kuldeep's figures. His economy is amazing.
5.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Akshar with an economy of 3. So it's pressure from both sides, no? That
Washington also 10 overs he bowled, by the way, the off spinner, 4.4 economy, 2 wickets.
I mean,
that's what I was
26
saying,
overs of 112 runs, combined economy rate of 4.
You've
with
absolutely dried up the
6
flow
wickets.
of runs in the middle overs there, which is something you weren't able to do in the last few games.
10 overs, Australia couldn't
Conley
score a
and,
boundary.
Short are the ones that won you the game from the middle over onwards.
Yep.
Because you didn't have wicket takers.
For 10 overs, Australia couldn't score a boundary in the Renshaw-Carey partnership. And look at it, the number of boundaries that Renshaw has hit, I think it's just 2 boundaries out of the 56. So they had to only rely on singles and doubles. Carey tried something aggressive because he knew we need 280, 290, but he fell. So that's why 26 overs of spin for 4 economy rate with 6 wickets.
And by the way, I think
4 wickets. Sorry.
And it would have been similar numbers even if you remove one of the 2 all-rounders, because the amount of pressure that a Kuldeep made, that really was the key. It ensured that they were like, okay, we're not going to try touching this guy too much, but now we need to take on the other bowlers. So what happens? You'll try to take on the others and then you end up giving your wicket away. Simple as. It's classic cricket, whereby you have one bowler who, if he can hold one end up because they're just not going to try taking him on, then that's perfect because it gives your other bowlers the opportunity. Why is it that people used to say, oh, Bumrah doesn't have so many wickets? I'm like, it doesn't matter if he has that many wickets. Just having him in the team means that one set of batters, there's one bowler they're not going to try taking on. We'll play him out. Doesn't matter. You'll try attacking the others. That creates wicket-taking opportunities for them.
That's the thing.
And having those sort of weapons, and India at their peak, when they're playing their strongest playing 11, you need to be fitting in a Bumrah and Kuldeep for this reason and this reason only. Then you've got 2 bowlers in your team that come what may, opposition batters aren't going to look to attack.
I mean, if you look at the 2 matches, how much did your number 8 contribute? Barring Adelaide, where Harshit hit 24.
He was number 9 in that match.
He was at number 9. How much did your number 8 score? How much did your number 8 score in Perth? Hardly any. Which is why the notion, if 7 batters don't contribute, 8 won't. I don't know why this approach has come in the Gambhir era.
I have no problem with 8 batters in a T20. Because there you can use a number of bowling options and to use a not better term, because of lack of a better term, a bits and pieces bowler, if you have 2 or 3 of them in the side, does you just fine, because at most you can get 2 overs out of them. 2 overs out of everyone, you've taken care of 6 overs, and then you can trust your main bowlers and your main all-rounders. I think the longer the format, the more the need for specialists.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of 8 in ODIs. I'm still kind of okay with assuming you can fit in your best. Like here, I have a problem with it because Kuldeep Yadav was on the bench. For what good reason? In
2
tests,
matches,
definitely not. You do not need batting till number 8 in tests. No. At max 7. Cut it off there. Simple.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Shivam, do we have... By the way, one question. Do you think this performance by Rohit Sharma, and to an extent Virat, but more so Rohit Sharma, also dispels the thing that you cannot be successful in one format? Or he's your best batter in this series. He's only playing one format.
No, I mean, did we ever have a misconception that you
No,
can...
like you used to also say that if you're playing just one format, it's not easy.
No, because...
Not easy. I'm just saying...
For the gaps.
Yeah, but he's also at a gap. Has he proved that this is misplaced? That you cannot be successful in one format?
Maybe after 9 ODIs. Maybe. Not now. As you said, it's too early.
But if ever, just based on that logic, I'm just carrying that hypothesis forward, that the reason anyone would say is because there are gaps. So now this is probably the biggest gap he's had. So the chances of failing here would have been the highest, the maximum.
Yeah.
Or if he's gotten runs here, then the whole argument about gaps will not exist because there will be no more gaps. So he's done it with the gap.
See, if he does well in the 9 ODIs that's there, and again, you've not got that much of a gap, 3 weeks to a month. These are the 2 gaps which are there in the ODI calendar.
And mind you, the second gap, the month gap, they're expected to play domestic cricket.
VHT, you'll play the Vijay Hazare then.
Yeah.
If you do well in those 9 ODIs, then I think, yes, that notion will be dispelled. Now it's too early because see, again, Rohit has 101. Virat has 37 average in this series. So that's why. It's, lower limit, upper limit, very extreme in that sense.
No, but I will say they're off to a good start at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
The
are.
start is very good because it's better than what I expected, particularly from Rohit. Because it's not because of anything, it's because I do think that Rohit, you were expecting him to play the riskier cricket. Obviously, he reverted to type and has managed to get in the run, so good on him. Even for Kohli, today's knock will serve as a confidence booster because let's face it, people can say, oh, it's come in a dead rubber, but if it hadn't come in a dead rubber, the brick bats would have been out.
Absolutely.
Easy as.
Absolutely.
So he did what was there. It's like you control the controllables. I have to go out there and get runs no matter the situation. I went out there and got runs. So they're off to a good start. Now, can they sustain it will be the next question. But I don't think I could have asked for too much more. Maybe one more big score from Virat. But yeah, you can't choose now.
Okay, we're diving into the questions. Naveen Narayan says, now whoever barked saying Hatao Roko and uncles. What does he mean? Hatao Roko and uncles.
Hatao Roko is in the Roko Jodi.
And uncles.
And the uncles probably is referring to their age, maybe.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
Yeah.
Please have sense and don't watch cricket anymore. Senseless people. Roko needs to prove every time. But who is he addressing this to?
Maybe to the people who are saying Rohit,
But
Virat
those
are
people
past
are
their
not here.
prime.
So what do I? Okay. Anyway.
Even through this medium, he is using.
Okay. Letting everyone know. Everyone.
Yeah.
Whoever said that Hatao Roko, that wasn't any one of us. In fact, to the contrary, I got abused for backing them. Which
Yeah.
not here, but on social media. So anyway, that's Naveen's message to you guys. You can hear it.
Yeah.
Daler Singh from Canada says, felt like old time from 2013 to 2020.
20.
I think they are still the best ODI players in the world. Virat has most runs in white ball cricket, but they need to play. Completely agree with Daler, 100%. We said it before this series started. They're still the best ODI batters that there are in this world. But, and what we mentioned, a little bit of cricket, if it's not even international level, cricket of any sorts at an Indian domestic level or here, just will keep them in the groove. It will not hurt. 100% on the same page with Daler Singh.
Daler Singh. And I love Mutton Biryani saying, what a treat, what a Saturday. We'll need their experience in South Africa. Hopefully they will play domestic matches whenever they can to avoid the rust. Yeah.
You know
I'm
what would be a
so
real,
happy we're all on the same page. It doesn't usually happen. Which means like
Exactly.
our viewers, us, everyone.
You know what would be a real treat on a Saturday? Some actual mutton biryani.
You can always, you have Zomato on your phone.
Yes.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Yes. Pawan Hola, like the way.
I'm so full I can't see food because I had food from home and then I saw some misal pav. And I had misal pav also and I have zero space. I can't even look at food.
Pawan Holla saying, like the way Rohit prized this wicket throughout the series.
Yeah.
This kind of batting makes Rohit more dangerous in the 30 ball 50 kind of innings, which is what I told Shane when you're not here, Nikhil, that perhaps Rohit has got a two-pronged strategy. If he encounters tricky wickets, he'll go back to the kind of knocks that he's playing against Australia.
Yeah.
If it's flat, placid wickets like what he'll encounter in India, he'll go gungo from ball one. Maybe that is the two-pronged strategy that he's adopting for South Africa.
Yeah. Can we come to this after we finish the super chat?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go down.
We have Shivam Giri, a special segment on memes. So stick around for that as well.
Yeah.
And Naveen Narayan once again raising the obvious flag, saying Gill is always mediocre against good teams.
It's not been a good series. for him.
All I will say for Gill is that he should be thankful that everyone was focused on Rohit Kohli
Yeah.
in this particular series.
Exactly.
Because if it weren't these two, if these two weren't playing, and if he had to be notching up numbers like this, people would have been calling for his head on a platter.
And he's become captain, so expectations have increased.
Increased, indeed.
And he did not have the best of Asia Cups as well.
Correct. And that
Combine that with this.
barring that one knock, he had a terrible issue.
and that too after being shoehorned into the side at the expense of Sanju. I know he didn't. Sanju still played.
And Jaiswal.
Yeah.
Jaiswal.
Remember, Jaiswal was a backup opener at the
Just
World Cup.
how
He's out.
out entirely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sridhar's-
when Virat and Rohit were opening, Jaiswal was the one waiting.
Yes,
He was in the World
Correct.
Cup there.
Yeah, that time Gill was the travelling reserve.
Yeah,
So
no,
now
he was not travelling.
Oh, he was the
He
reserve.
was the reserve. He
Yes,
was
yes,
not
yes.
travelling.
Not traveling.
There were no
yeah.
travelling reserves.
So now he would have waited that after they go, I'll come in.
He's been pushed back.
Pushed back,
For what
yeah.
reason? God knows.
Yeah.
Sridhar Savekar says peak nostalgia with the heart emoji. Rocco 100 plus partnership and absolute cruise control. Both not out, winning it for India. Are we back in 2017?
Yeah, it does feel like that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Showing how easy they make ODI backing look. Just knocking around runs for fun. Yeah, all you need is Shikhar Dhawan and then you'll feel 2017 again.
Yeah, and
Shreyas
UV
Iyer out
and MS
injured.
Dhoni.
And Shreyas Iyer out injured, so you don't have a number 4.
Yeah, you don't have a number 4. Exactly. Oh,
MS Dhoni.
Please
MS
don't-
Dhoni, UV.
Yeah.
please don't mention that name again.
Yeah,
Naveen Narayan wants to talk about blue-eyed boy. That's why his super chat is in blue, is it?
exactly.
I think that's just, you can't select that, but
I know. No, we missed Rakesh Bhushan's comment. In ODI, Rohit and Virat are best in the world. Why this hue and cry by Agarkar and Gigi? By the way, I think there has been no hue and cry by Agarkar and
my point,
Gigi.
Rakesh. They have not mentioned it. They have not. In fact, that question was asked and they said that, let's not talk about them now. It's a long time away. And in fact, if you remember, even for Gill, so he said for these, they'll have to keep performing if they have to play 20 in World Cup. For Gill also, they said that we've given him the captaincy, but we also want to see enough matches where he can do. So what they're effectively telling you is that everyone, because it's 2 years away, everyone will keep observing and based on that they'll continue.
and it's actually a proper 2 years away because remember the World Cup will be taking place October, November. So there's a lot of cricket to be played, and I think one of the reasons, let's give them a little bit of a benefit of the doubt here. You don't want to commit now and say, oh, they're definitely going to be playing a part.
Correct.
Then deal with matches of, God forbid, they were underperforming.
Yep.
Then what happens? Then do you want to go the situation of like what happened to a Raidu?
Yeah.
What happened to Raidu? He'll definitely be our number 4. One poor
Bad series
series.
against Australia.
Yeah. There's a fun stat I have to share about that particular thing also. People keep talking about Pat Cummins, right? Pat Cummins was the one who dismissed Raidu in that final
ODI in Delhi. Yeah.
ruined India's World Cup entirely, butterfly effect. But
Correct,
see, I
correct.
don't think that's the only reason they've not committed, and I think they're well within their rights to. Why should they go out there and say, no, they'll definitely be playing, no questions asked? What happens if they have a bad 2026? We'll be the only ones saying, oh, now walk the talk. Please.
Okay. So they haven't technically said that.
They haven't. So that's why I see.
In fact, if you saw, Gautam was joking the other day, "Arey,
was
farewell
a
match
fa-
hone
yeah.
wala hai." Basically
Exactly.
taunting everyone who's thought that this would have been his farewell match.
Yep. Naveen Narayan is saying Gill is a blue-eyed boy of all media, no criticism.
I literally just said he's lucky to be not the focus.
But
See, Naveen, I'll also tell you one thing, and sometime all of you also need to look within. You are such fanboys. Every time we criticize the player that you are fanboys of, you start alleging that we are, doing PR, and you allege that we are biased. Nobody really looks themselves in the mirror. You're so obsessed with one or two players that everything he does we have to support. Anything who's challenging him should be banned, should be criticized. But I'll say this very straight up. Unlike you, I am not a fanboy. I don't think he's a fanboy. I don't think he's a fanboy. So there are times that we criticize, there are times we support players basis on what we see. And we try and be as balanced as everyone. But sometimes look within yourself. I don't think you guys are that balanced. You have such hatred for players that you're not fans of, and such love for the players that you're fans of that you will never see anything else.
Balanced and India fans. Are you joking?
No, I mean, there are a lot of them who are balanced as well. I'm not painting
I
everyone
really
with the
don't
same
know.
brush, but I'm just saying in general.
I mean, they have given us plenty of reasons to say that we can paint all of them with the same brush.
See, I always go back to the, it's very tribalistic, but it's tribalistic in a different way. How a lot of football fans,
Yeah.
especially traditional football fans, they might criticize a player and say he's useless, say he's a donkey, say whatever. But as long as he's wearing our jersey, boss, you support him. Criticism one place, support is another. I might criticize a KL Rahul for something he's done wrong. It doesn't mean I'm not going to support him when he's wearing India blue. So my criticism is one place, my support is another place. Same applies to a Gill, same applies to a Rohit, same applies to a Kohli, same applies to absolutely anyone who dons the India blue. I will always back them, but if they're not doing something right, I will call them out for it. Doesn't make me a hater, doesn't make me biased, doesn't make me paid PR.
Exactly.
Simple as.
Sridhar Savaikar, this partnership took me back to 2017-18. Both looked at ease on the crease. The way they operate in cruise control mode in middle overs, just milking runs. Indeed.
Agreed.
Indeed. Naveen, again, we need Bumrah, Hardik and Jaiswal in place of Gill. I know it won't happen. We are a way stronger team than any.
I don't know, Jaiswal, I understand the calls people have for Jaiswal, but he's barely played any ODI cricket. Let's hold our horses there.
But I mean, once a Hardik and a Bumrah comes into this team, this is
You are looking very
because
strong.
a lot of people said that Australia is not playing their full-fledged team. But
Neither are we.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, I dare say there's another player who was not being talked about for some reason, Jadeja. Technically not retired from ODI cricket. I know he's not played this series, but what if the selectors decide, no, we're going to bring back a Jaddu as well? Yeah.
But you couldn't play so many spinners in Australia. That was the thing. That's why he'll play in the ODI. He's like in against South Africa and New Zealand.
So look at it this way: if you have a Jadeja, you've got a Hardik and a Bumrah and a Kuldeep. That is a potent bowling lineup, whichever way you look at it.
Yeah. Ashish, the Roko or Saga? Sachin Ganguly, which sounds better? Yeah, Saga.
Saga.
So then there's also a Raga, no? Rahul and Ganguly. A different kind of Raga that we're used to.
Yes.
Rahul Dravid and Ganguly.
Rahul Dravid, yeah. Saga.
And Sara also. ODI, I'll not go there.
Sachin and Ganguly.
Rasa then? That sounds better. Rahul and Sachin.
Rahul and Sachin.
Yeah.
Okay, I think.
They all sound good.
Oops. Rakesh Bhushan, old wines taste better. You live near the mountain, often you may know it better.
But where I live in the mountains, Rakesh, there are no wines there because it's not grape area. It's not where grapes grow. But yeah, I agree. Wine in the mountain tastes much better.
Anything in the mountains tastes much better.
Roko or old wines, let whole India taste them till 2007.
I guess he means 2027.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Old wine.
Yeah, fine wines.
For old wine.
Ashish, your Sena 11. Imagine India was a Sena 11 in WTC final.
Oh dear God, no. This takes me back to that unfortunate thing. I don't know if you guys remember the ICC World 11 debacle fiasco, whatever the hell that was. That was so bad that ICC, despite awarding those matches official ODI and Test status, 1 year in that was shelved. Please, let's not go there.
Yeah, the test was a 6-day test. You know that.
I remember. Yes, 6 days.
Super test.
Okay, Kevin John Abraham just sends us love. Love back to you as well. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go quickly.
Oh, Kevin John Abraham does have a comment there.
Okay.
He's
We'll quickly
saying,
answer that, then we have to go to the segment, or otherwise we'll skip Shivam's segment if
Yeah.
it doesn't go to that.
Kevin John Abraham saying that I am a sadist. He just wants them to fail. He must be extremely sad. You don't have any backups, by the way. Did you calculate Gill's average? Firstly,
backups. Jaiswal.
Jaiswal, Tilak, you have everybody in that
A lot of
sense.
backups.
Sanju,
Oh, if you want to be adventurous, Abhishek.
Abhishek. But
really wanna
see,
be
firstly, if I want them to fail, either I don't love my country, number one, or I don't know what to say.
I beg you, please don't question his patriotism. Please don't. I beg you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli not finished. The question mark is removed. Not. That's just come in.
Not at all.
Not at all. They are not finished. Yeah. So go ahead. 2013 to 2025. Oh, that Akshay Kumar swap. Yeah, it happened. This was, I think, the image in Jaipur, 2013.
Yes.
Jaipur. And this was Sydney, from Jaipur to Sydney. Yeah, 360.
Yes.
They chased 360 in 40 overs. Kohli 52 ball 100. Yeah. ऐसे ही नहीं जाने वाले में ओडीआई से बाहर हेटर्स को और कोशिश करनी पड़ेगी.
Not a chance. After this, there's no questions whatsoever.
Nope.
None whatsoever.
None indeed. Yeah. Head and Rohit Sharma.
This is Travis Head fanboying over.
Yes, I mean, he did say that he wants to play in one of the teams with Rohit. I don't know if Sunrisers will release him and Mumbai will get him. And Rohit, I don't think is playing any other league up aside from the IPL for the next 2 years. So
Correct.
I don't know when he'll get that opportunity.
Rohit Paglu indeed.
Yes.
Next.
Gilly, all the best as you charge towards the 2027 World Cup. Rohit, cheers. Thank you, Indian fans. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of, but Rohit's given those indications before as well.
Yeah.
He wants to finish the story. Yes, Cody Rhodes would like to put it. Finish the story.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just two non-committal people together.
No, that non-committal is wrong.
That was some misreporting. They never said that
Exactly.
they are not committed about 2027.
Exactly.
Oh,
Kohli, even with 2 ducks in the series with more runs than Captain Gill. Yes.
That is
True that.
unfortunate. That is a bad stat.
That's what I said.
Exactly. Poor Shubman Gill.
मैं खुद टीम में फिट नहीं
Is it the
सिलेक्शन मीटिंग ना
Yeah.
The Dhoni meme.
Dhoni.
हाँ, हाँ,
Yeah.
हाँ.
Hey.
हाँ where he said ना 2 player टीम में 2 या 3
तीन, I think he said तीन.
He's saying मैं खुद नहीं fit बैठ रहा.
from the MS Dhoni film.
Again, same. Like for Harshad, unfair criticism of Gill.
Yeah, but Gill, I think, performance-wise, there's still question marks.
There is.
Sadly.
So in white ball cricket, in these 3 months, he's not lived up to the mark. That's true.
This I agree with completely.
BCCI should bring back the 5-match ODI series. Imagine losing 2 men and then winning the remaining 3. Too iconic. Please.
It used to happen.
It used to happen.
So often.
Yeah, India
But-
used to do it many times.
But in the era where every format is saturated, we don't need a 5-match or a 7-match ODI series.
You might see some, I don't think you will, even during the ODI World Cup build.
Never.
5 matches.
Your next major multi-ODI series is the Asia Cup. Okay? Good luck with that.
This also takes me back a little bit to that series there, the one in Pakistan, the Peace Tour or whatever it was called, 2003-4. Remember?
5-match ODI
Yeah, it was
series.
5-match ODI series. India won, then Pakistan won 2.
And then you won the
they
next
came
2.
back and won the next
Both Lahore.
Iconic, yes, both in Lahore.
I mean, look at it. West Indies, Australia, 7-match series 2003. Australia won 4, but West Indies won 3. So it became a 4-3 scoreline in that sense.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah.
अरे मत याद दिला.
ये but that was a T20I series यार. ये बोल रहा है रोहित और कोहली को
No, no, I'm not
T20
taking
This
this.
is mean.
नहीं
This is
यार.
very mean.
Very mean, yeah.
Very mean.
Rohit, oh Raghav, is that Raghav Jr.?
No, this is that Amir Khan meme
Amir
from
Khan.
Dhoom 3.
Doom 3. Oh, okay. Rohit Sharma making a comeback at the age of 38. Oh yeah.
He is looking quite young.
Yes, he is.
Mitchell Stark or Jasprit Bumrah? Harshit. Yeah, come on.
No, this is reference to that Marcus Rashford thing.
I know.
आज रोको की पार्टनरशिप देख ली
अब नींद अच्छी. That's why I said yes. This is the best Saturday anyone could have at this point in time. Jaiswal in Indian team. Yeah, kind of reminds.
Dusty luxury car.
Yeah, it reminds me of
Basically,
how.
he's saying he's a Ferrari, but he's
Yeah,
just gathering dust.
it reminds me how it will be if you keep it in the basement in Noida. Within 1 week, it will be like this only.
In India, the
Yeah.
entire country is dusty.
Entire country fight for number 1 ODI ranking. Goldberg and Kevin Owens.
But then that's Gill and
And then somebody else comes and
That's
and
Seth Rollins, if I'm not
so that's
mistaken.
Rohit Sharma just coming in. No, I'm the
I
next
am
person.
number one,
That's
yeah.
that's it. That's the twist.
Correct. This is Kettleborough.
Bro, yaar,
What did this guy do wrong, yeah, Richard Kettleborough?
just bad luck.
I know, seriously. Travis Head against Captain Rohit Sharma. Travis Head against other Indian captains. Yeah, he's having a lean patch, Travis Head. Let's
I mean,
make
look,
no
he had a great 23 and 24. That lean patch had to come eventually. Had to.
Yeah, it had to. कई आपके स्माइल के पीछे की वजह हम दोनों तो नहीं.
Yes.
That's what
Asking
Kings
you, yeah.
11 Punjab have
yeah,
put
it's
out
very
this.
nice.
Punjab
Very
Kings.
nice. Yes, यही है. यही
Yes,
है.
that's how it is this Saturday. Any further comments?
No.
On that note, on that khushi ka smiling note, we will
Yeah.
leave you to it. You guys have a great Saturday. Enjoy. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, for India,
Women's
Bangladesh.
game, which is an inconsequential game, but we're
correct.
going to be live after that game is done.
Yeah,
Post-match.
Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan, Check Sports Today. I have done the video on all the records that has been done today. Kohli, I mean, your top 3 run getters against Australia in history in ODIs is now all Indian. Sachin,
Don't give
Rohit,
the
and yeah.
records.
So that's the thing.
The video is done. You can check
Please
Go
check
and check
that
it
out.
out.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
from Shane, Siddharth and I, take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Radri, Vanakkam. Yep. See you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Awesome.